ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in here live on Beaufort Zone. My name is Javon Leviston. Alongside me on the color commentary, we got Mr. Tristan Roberts.
What's up, everybody? Javon, how you feeling about today's game?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right. A little bit of quick start here. As we thought they were going to do the player introductions just a little bit, and they just kind of went ahead and went straight to it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
As we get ready for the girls' game to go underway here at Well Branch High School, Battery Creek, visiting now Well Branch. They already played a game over at the Palace at Possum Hill, Joseph Stroman Junior Gym. Yeah. It's always interesting to see that because I don't know when the name was when they named it Stroman Junior Gym. When I was in school, I just always known it as the Palace on Possum Hill. So once they kind of changed the name on it a little bit, I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I mean, yeah, Palace on Possum Hill sounds much better than. I don't think we have a name for our court or our field at all. Actually, so I think Palace on Possum Hill is probably the best that I've heard. Other than Ness, probably. The Ness is kind of.
Well, I'll say this: it was very weird that was the name to me when I was in high school, because everybody goes to Battery Creek a lot of times through what is technically the back of the school, which is where the football field and everything is there. I didn't find out till later on that the front of the school was technically the other side, which you do have to go on Possum Hill Road to get there. So, but it was always weird because everybody knows to come in on Jennings Road. That's how you get to Battery Creek High School. And we get ready for the tip. And Jenkins swats it all the way quickly to coax him, and she gets the quick layup to start.
You can see right here that Creek has a player that they were missing in the last game. Their kind of floor general, Mari Days, is back on the court.
A little camera freeze up there at the beginning for us. We are only about 10 seconds behind, though, so about usual. Dolphins looking to come into enemy territory and take a win, and the Lady Warriors looking to say no way. Jenkins, Coaxum, and Crew, and that's Fields with the ball, and she's going to be the main ball handler tonight for the Lady Warriors. She's going to bring it up court and start the plays. She's going to pop a three. Made a long range one in the second quarter. I mean, the first quarter last game. Thinks about it there. Pump fakes, makes it all the way to the rack. Kind of air balls are there. Jenkins, though, grabs the missed shot and tries to put it up. It doesn't come up with it before the jump ball is called.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about this Creek team so far is that they're already playing high on the perimeter. They kind of let Wellbrant shoot the last game, which is kind of how they got into a big hole. And now you can see they probably made some adjustments. Looked at some film. Notice that Wellbranch has some shooters that can hit consistently, and they started playing more perimeter defense than they did last game.
That's going to be big today. I think the big thing is free throws. Fields, she's up front and misses the layup there, but get it to go. Brewer right behind her as her teammate helps her out and gets that bucket to go in. 4-0 lead for the Lady Warriors. And it looks like to start off, we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to talk some things over as he's not happy with probably with the effort right here tonight so far, just to start off.
And I just noticed that Wellbranch has their head coach missing. Coach Mack is not on the floor with us tonight.
Yeah, so Mr. Dickinson is going to be the one to lead the Lady Warriors tonight. 2 games in a row, we are missing head coaches. We were missing Mr. Jones for Beaufort High girls basketball, the last game that we covered. Might have skipped May River because we didn't cover that game because of the signal. And then now here tonight, no Coach Mack. It's a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Tried to toss it high inside to Jefferson, the one who gets busy on the boards for the Lady Dolphins. Passing all the way out past the arc, trying to drive through the lane was Amari Days. Nice to see her back on the court. She was missing the last game, so hopefully here to make a difference here tonight.
Yeah, nobody on this Creek team can stress enough how important to have that floor general back on the court with them. You know, they kind of had a bunch of turnovers. Their offense was kind of sloppy last game that they played Wellbranch, and I feel like that we could see that clean up tonight since they have their floor general back. He's kind of the main ball handler on the team. So.
Yeah, she knocks that one down. And the Dolphins get their first points of the night. Coax him, she will drive through the lane as she normally does, doesn't get it to go, catches the rebound, aired pass, and Fields in the corner, her three, no good as well, but she's on defense. Nice pass inside to Jenkins. Jenkins can't get a shot up the defense. Days and Jefferson, and Days running full speed the other way. I wonder if they're going to challenge her to go towards that right side there. You see the tape on the hand that kept her out.
Yeah, and I know if I was a coach, I'll probably point that out as soon as you step on the floor. Try to force her to go right. Use that kind of injured hand. She's healing from it. The kind of injured hand that she still has. Try to force her to use it, or maybe you get some easy steals, maybe loose balls. Who knows?
Wilson at the line, shooting her second of 2. And the rebound there, Jefferson, and almost lost control of it. Wilson gets it, passes it to Days. Long 2 here. Bouncing around the rim and in. Mr. Roberts, if you look at the chat box here, look who we already have in the comments. we'll let you know, folks. We got some new headset microphones here up in the booth. For me and Tristan Roberts, we're having some issues with the audio volume and the quality and things like that. So we got some new headsets in. We got it going into a mixer here. So let us know how it sounds to everybody at home. Let us know if you sound better or worse. If we need to adjust something on our end. The first live broadcast with the new headsets. How do you at least feel about them, though, by the way?
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them.
And it's still going the other way. Wilson, she puts it in. And the Dolphins with their first lead of the night. Apologize, didn't start that clock for a moment there, but we'll catch it right on up. It's kind of excited to tell everybody about the new mics that we have here.
I think Wilson is responsible for most of the or all of the Dolphins points tonight so far.
Yeah, I believe so. With that put back, she's got the foul points. And I think, yeah, that Wilson has all 5 for the Lady Dolphins.
As Days gets the puck right there, you can see the type of energy that she kind of brings to this defense. You see that she's kind of the one that steps up on a guard, kind of reaches trying to force turnovers. So it's good to have her back on the court for a Creek.
Yeah, you always need that wiry person on the squad. I don't think I've ever seen a team win or kind of, get to that position or be challenge another team without having that wiry person on the squad. You got to have somebody. Somebody's got to be that emotional guy. And after a slow start, that layup, Battery Creek up by 3. And they're on a 7-0 run since getting behind 4-0. Working around the corner. Fields going to take it herself. It looked like some nice English off the hand, but just not falling inside the rim. And I think I will tell you one thing I have seen about these young ladies for Well Branch. They are really good at driving through the lane and at least getting the shot up in traffic. Coax them in fields. They work their way through there, and it looks beautiful. But for some reason, they just can't get the shot. They just can't finish it. And if they were able to finish those shots, there would be a so much more dynamic duo between the two. And I mean, we know what Coach can do. We saw what happened when she sat that, that first quarter and finally got put in. How quickly she got basically something in every stat column in about 60 seconds. But yeah, she had a rough time the last time we covered Well Branch, and she was getting through the lane at will pretty much, but just couldn't finish necessarily at the rim. And you see so far tonight it's been the same thing with Fields, that she's driven through the lane a couple times.
And not only just driving through the lane, coaxing with the 3 here, and it's a little off. But not only just driving through the lane, Fields hasn't been able to get the shots going down. They've been close. 2 have rattled out so far. 2 threes have rattled out, and she's been getting the shots up. They're good shots. It just hasn't been falling tonight.
And that is the one thing about basketball. No matter what you do, that ball has to go inside the bucket. And the quick 3 from Coaxum, and talk about not falling. It's down. I gave Battery Creek the wrong points there, folks. I'll go ahead and take it down. That was a 3 ball for Miss Coaxum.
Yeah, Well Branch is going to want to get her hot. When she's hot, she's almost unstoppable from that 3-point line. You saw what she did in that last game against Creek at the Palace of Possum Hill, as you call it. She was hitting the shots. All her shots were mostly falling, except for the ones where she drove through the lane, as you stated. And once they get her hot, it's kind of unstoppable. And then you have Desiree and Fields to worry about on the corner in the paint. So it's kind of a hard defense to stop when Coach gets hot.
Trying to split the defenders and the whistle call there. And I'm excited to see these Lady Dolphins. They were a totally different offense with Days on the court, because when we watched that game, Uh, they didn't really have a true ball handler. You know what I'm saying? Wilson had a run, bringing it across the court and things like that. They tried rotating whoever they could, but they could. There was no substitute for Days. You could tell she's the clear as that one airballs behind the backboard. uh, but you could tell she is the true ball handler, and she might be the sole ball handler on the team for them. So she's the one who's going to bring it across half court, and she's going to direct the traffic and make the plays. So it'll be interesting to see how this offense goes the rest of the night with her back into the lineup, try to get it into Jenkins and out of bounds.
Yeah, and on that inbound play right there, it kind of looked like Krieger has already adjusted to that corner that they left open. Kind of playing more with more people on the baseline on that corner.
There's still, she's behind the line. That three high bouncing off the backboard. We'd call it tops inside the streets, but
yeah, like I said, her threes are close. They're good shots, getting a good form, and they're just rattling out or just bouncing out right there. As we see another example of that.
Try to get that inside pass to LeGree. And they've tried to feature her a couple of times in the games that we covered versus Stahl and versus Branch. They've tried to feature LeGree a couple of times, and it just seems like, you want to say it's hit or miss. And for me, it's been kind of a miss trying to get her going in that low post a little bit. Shea Weeks, she gets a bucket.
Yeah, earlier in that play right there, she was kind of begging for the ball, kind of waving her hands. Nobody saw her.
Yeah, and Pusha Weeks, I know we talk about Jenkins a lot, but, Pusha Weeks, she's definitely one of the go-getters. She's, there's not really a position in basketball. You don't really call it. But she's more of that defensive specialist for them. She gets in there. She gets some of the boards and things like that. And she gets nitty-gritty for the Lady Warriors. So she does a lot of that dirty work for them inside the post. She might not score the bucket a lot, but she definitely plays defense, and she gets her hands on the ball, and she's always around it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Pusha Weeks is one of the main reasons that the Lady Warriors stay in the game so much, with the offensive rebounds and the steals that they get after if they don't get the offensive rebounds. So she's a great 1-2 punch with Desiree. Desiree's more of the and one specialist, and Pusha Weeks, like you said, a defensive specialist on that side.
And speaking of defense, Quanasia Jones is in and deflects the inbound pass. When it comes to basketball, I don't really see almost the advantage of guarding the inbound pass. You want to disrupt the play. You want to try to get them to throw like an errant pass, just like that. But if they don't get it in, and you just swat it back out of bounds, it's like it's their ball again from the same spot. You're just gonna have to throw it in again. I would just rather try to guard the inbound pass rather have a, what I'm saying. Maybe that might be my low basketball IQ, not knowing, what would it cause. But I think it'd be better just to kind of guard the inbound pass versus trying to guard the passer, the inbounder per se.
Well, I think the point of trying to guard the passer or the inside pass, the inbound pass, is when you're guarding the passer, your hands always have to be up. So if they end up throwing it to your hands, if you have quick enough reflexes, you can kind of grab it out the air, kind of like a. Yeah. But most of the time we don't see that. Most of the time it's just a bounce back. So I understand what you're saying with the inbound pass. She's guarding the pass itself, or the players themselves, and not just the inbound pass.
Yeah. So like you said, something like that, guarding the inbound pass. That, what I'm saying, the possibility that you could catch it in a travel called on fields, and she thought the opportunity, kind of a 1-on-2 fast break, and got one to kind of stumble a little bit, and she was on her way.
Yeah, it would have been a clean Euro if she didn't take the dribble before.
And we might be about 2 seconds ahead here. But that's going to be... And they're going to stop it with 0.1 seconds left on the clock. So this is going to be pretty much it as soon as she touches the ball. And that's the end of the first quarter. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right on back. We're all tied at 9 at the end of the first. We'll be back. welcome back, everybody, here inside the second quarter. Well, the start of the second quarter. Refs just talking about a couple of things there for a moment. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here so far here on Beaufort's Own. My name is Javon Livingston. Alongside me, got Tristan Roberts. And if you would love to see us cover more games in the future, or your support would definitely be appreciated to help us do things like get better headsets and better cameras and quality, and for mobile internet connections and things of that nature. You can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to help support our coverage of local high school sports. That is Beaufort to 801-8001. Actually, it's going to be Battery Creek getting their inbound pass on. No one guarding it that time. Inside, the quick shot off by Jones, no good. And Wilson saves it off the shin of Fields at the last second there. That's a smart play by Wilson. And I don't even think I saw a reaction from Fields on that one. She was just like, you got me on that. She couldn't even get mad about it. Yeah. That was just a smart basketball play. But she's got the ball. She's going the other way, trying to get her to get back. That one rolls off the rim. A rebound, Jones, trying to find somewhere to pass the ball. A little bit dangerous, but she gets it. The Days out front, and she's taking on the whole Warriors team down there. It's 1-on-4. And the rebound, Parker, she checks in to the game coming out of the end of the quarter. And they're going to call that move a travel. Got a little oohs and ahs from the crowd, just a little bit there.
Yeah. And Jenkins is back in the game for Parker.
And actually, we're going to get a timeout by Coach Dickinson there. So we're going to actually got 3 timeouts. I forgot to take it off when they called the, they got 4. Both teams have 4. Battery Creek called a timeout earlier. So both teams with 4 timeouts. Apologize for not updating that for everybody at home watching us there. Taking their time. Wilson, once again, a long 2 off the front of the rim. And I wonder if that's by design or by, lack of an urge to just take that long 2. When your toes are on the three-point line, you take an inch of a step back, and, you got a 3 ball if you're going to shoot it from all the way out there anyway, right?
Yeah, I know that's one of the coaches' most hated shots is the long 2, because they want you to either drive in, try to get a better shot at the 2-point line, or if you're going to take a long 2, just step an inch back and make that, or try to attempt that 3. So that's one of the shots that the coaches hate the most.
Fields the inbound pass quickly to Pouche Weeks, and almost had an opportunity there. The quick inbound pass, nice play there, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Inside, coax him. Tried to run a baseline for the whistle. Shot attempt, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple. She was already in that shooting motion. Shout out to Miss Canoe Barnwell checking in with us in the chat, tuning in, former uh, Lady Warrior basketball player. You know, with the purple and gold hearts. And she rattles that one in, giving the Lady Warriors a 2-point lead. The inside, thrown up and in. 2 more points for the Lady Warriors.
Give it to the wrong team.
Fields got it going the other way. Days getting the steal. Days. Layup no good. Trying to follow was Jelena Vaughns. Couldn't get her shot to go as well, but she comes up with it. Missed all the commotion. And the long 2 by Days. Fall short. I awarded the wrong points there. No, sometimes I make a little bit of mistakes here on Beaufort's own people and try to get better and better, you know what I'm saying? But I working the camera, sometimes I just be focusing, I just reach over and thinking I know exactly where I'm going. Sometimes I'm a little bit off, but that is a Warrior shot as Azaria coaxed him.
And we talked about her trying to get through the lane. And that was a great showing of what she can actually do if the shots go down. A quick little Euro step to get through the lane, and she hits it.
Fields trying to get through traffic, but not going to be able to as Griffin and Legree was standing in her way. Dolphins taking their time trying to pass it down on court, and Pouche Weeks is on it and gets it to coax him, but Jelena Vaughns is trying to get that ball back, playing some tough defense before folks even crosses half court. And Fields going to take it herself, the floater off the side of the rim, but coming in was Jenkins. Getting the rebound, drawing the foul, and going to the line. And I haven't seen Jenkins at the line too much here tonight. It's been mostly a clean game for the most part. And she knocks that one down, and, that's pretty much, the secret weapon that could get her going. And I think, Battle Creek's found a way to play her without fouling her on her shot attempts. Because that was the main thing. She would be able to get the shot down, but she would get the and one, but wouldn't be able to make the and one to get the extra points to make the 3-point play.
Yeah, and I think it was just a part of the coaching, just telling them to keep their hands up and not try to reach over in order for her to even try to force contact at the shot release.
And the long 2 by Wilson across the rim. And the floater into the hands of Pouche Weeks. Once again, always around. Fields got another opportunity. That right side of the court is clear towards the bottom of your screen. There's some room. Jenkins trying to play there and tough in the post with Griffin. And Griffin just standing guard. The high bounce Off the shot from Fields into the hands of Days. Ready to set up a play to go the other way. McGree finds Vaughns. Vaughns jacks up a three. Inside, Pouche Weeks. I think everybody was looking at her to go up, but she makes an extra pass to Jenkins, and Jenkins says, I'll put it in if you don't want to.
And it looks like Well Branch is trying to get their offense set up before Griffin can get down the court, because she's on the taller side, so they're trying to make sure that they can get their offense set before she can get down the court and be able to block shots like she normally does.
At the Well Branch is starting to get a little bit of a run here. Better forcing the Battery Creek timeout. Also, don't forget, you're welcome to join our crew here on Beaufort's Own. It's open to any Beaufort County School District high school students. If you'd like to learn about sports broadcast, if you want to learn about the graphic side, if you want to be a camera operator, if you want to be a reporter, you're welcome to join us here on Beaufort's Own. It's free access to game and a lot of opportunity for hands-on learning, especially here during basketball season and definitely coming into the spring. Mr. Roberts will no longer be with us because he's the baseball player himself.
Yes,
But we'll have a lot of games going in the spring as most of the sports play on different days. And, I mean, pretty much got games going from Monday through Saturday, and that was a hectic schedule when I was pretty much just doing Beaufort High all year long. So, you spread that coverage out throughout the spring sports between multiple schools. There's something going on basically every single day. Wilson looks at the rim and opts the pass. Jones from the charity stripe doesn't get the donation, gets the rebound though, tries to put it right back up, and the follow doesn't go either. Coaxum comes out with it. Hands it to Fields, and Fields directing traffic a little bit, trying to get the play calling going. Coaxum draws the double team. Fields, tough pass there, tried to get to Pouche Weeks and quickly guarded as she chased down that loose ball, but Wilson and Jones right there. Fields going to take the scenic route. Talk to Coach Dixon just a little bit. Find out what to do on this possession, which was get it to Coaxum and Coaxum through the lane. And she draws the foul. She'll go to the line, but that's exactly what I mean by she can get through the lane effortlessly. She just got to make the shot. She might get more than an and one. She's going to get her 2 shots and another because that's Battery Creek's 5th foul. And so that means that Well Branch is now in the bonus. Appreciate you, Miss Roberts. Appreciate you, Miss Roberts. It's been wonderful, Mr. Tristan here joining us here on a Beaufort Zone and continuing to grow here on a Beaufort Zone and bring you guys better coverage, trying to get those sideline interviews. Everybody wants to hear from the coaches, and the next step on that mission is probably get some of the players as well in some of these post games and things like that. Doesn't get the shots at the line to go for the Lady Warriors, but she gets a steal. And she's going to try to score one way or another, try to get the bounce pass to Brewer. And popping off the foot of Jones, and Lady Dolphins were headed the other way. Jones dribbling, and the other way, and a quick whistle. Jenkins, the high pass to Coaxum. Jenkins guarded well by Days. Great defense for the Lady Dolphins, but almost the inside pass there was going to be a foul. It was Parker that was waiting for it for the whistle. Just a minute left to go here in the first half. 5-point lead for the Lady Warriors. Looking to hold off these pesky Dolphins, and Coaxum, she's got a steal. She's going the other way, weaving in and out of the defense. The layup, it's good. And quickly on the full court defense there, they tried to go after Days. Days quickly getting out of trouble there. Looks like she dribbled her way up to another double team almost there. Vaughns. Cross court. Nice passing from the Dolphins. And a two for the Lady Dolphins. Nice work there. Nice ball movement. Guess that's beautiful basketball in the words of KD. The reason he went to Golden State. Days has it. She's going the other way. She's trying to put up a shot. And actually, that's the end of the quarter. And we got Mr. Roberts down on the floor looking to give the the halftime interview.
I'm here with Coach Dixon from the Lady Warriors. Coach Dixon, what did you like seeing out of that first half?
Well, defensively, we shut them down somewhat. We got to stop the turnovers, and we got to put the ball in the basket. We missed too many easy shots. But overall, we're hustling, so that's all we can ask for right now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts, for that wonderful post-game interview. We're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be right on back as the band gets to rockin'. 18 Well Branch, 16. welcome back, everybody, here live on Beaufort's own. We got the second half of basketball action, ladies basketball action here. Warriors ball. Starting off in a quick whistle. Brewer trying to find some room in the defense. Gets it to Fields puts one up and in, and you think that might have been one of those easier shots that Coach Dixon was talking about.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They had a couple blown layups and a couple wide open shots that wasn't able to drop. If those dropped this scored, I feel like they have a better chance of winning the half more cleanly than Dixon liked.
Yeah, definitely so. And speaking of, missing some of those easier shots, I think in particular, I think it might have been, Fields herself. And it's not like she's played, a bad game. She's just had an opportunity to drive the ball a lot of times towards the bottom of our screen here and just hasn't been able to come up with the layup. Trying to go around Jenkins in the court. Jenkins almost kind of with a little bit of high school legal stare down there. You can't stare for too long. You can't stare for too long, or here comes the foul. But
I would say high school regulated stare down, but NBA they call it too. So it isn't.
Yeah, but you get a little bit away with more. High school. Any kind of celebration or taunting. It's a split second. It's worse than what the NFL used to be for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Who else but Jefferson with the rebound and running the full court. You see her in the chase of Wilson, but Wilson puts it in herself. But just Jefferson was there for the help if she needed it. I thought Coxon was about to pull it there, but she passes it inside to Jenkins, who loses the handle. She was almost triple team there. You heard of the triangle offense? Well, there's the triangle defense. Inside to Jefferson, she gets to Legree. Legree was trying to go up, and Touche Weeks comes up with the steal.
And like we said, Touche Weeks is kind of the defensive mastermind on the team. Always keeps her hands active, always looking for a chance to poke the ball out and get her team another possession.
Which is always needed. You always got room for a player like that. Coxon was trying to get it to her there so she can go for the score. And that's the second time she, the pass kind of to Touche Weeks a little bit in traffic, to try to get a bucket to get out of trouble. And it just didn't seem like it was really her. But defensive-wise, she's everywhere to be found where you need her to be. And you always have a role for a person like that on your team. The long outlet pass there. And Coach was sensing a little bit of danger there. He just go ahead and opted to call a quick timeout there to save the possible turnover. Take a moment to talk to them, make sure that they have a nice little passing. They had a nice little passing play earlier before the end of the half to get some buckets, and it was very nice. And then you see a pass like that, kind of a little bit of they kind of threw caution to the wind on that one, and you had the moment to talk to them for a second, like, hey, let's make sure we know where we're throwing the ball at. Oh, corner three, nice play out of the timeout. Just falls a little bit short, but had that one in, that might have sent the Lady Dolphins squad in a little bit of a frenzy. Once again, the long pass and tipped by Coaxum, so I believe that's going to be still going to be Dolphins ball, but they're going to get it all the way up by the head coach.
Yeah, and I think right here what Dave's trying to do, she's trying to break the trap that they're setting, but I think her coach wants her to try to make the extra pass, try to make some clean passes before trying to take that long ball.
Definitely for sure, football terms. Take the check down. Check down. Once again, there go the Lady Dolphins. Trying to pass it. Wastego's trying to go baseline and gets a little bit tangled up, and here goes the Lady Warriors with it the other way. Of course, Pouche Weeks. Coaxum trying to go through the lane. Wilson says not this time. She gets it out front. Nice pass, and the Monstars attack on that one. Swastegu had a little bit of trouble, tried to turn around there and stop on the moment, but unfortunately, you stop real fast. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, your next step, you can't stumble. You know what I'm saying? It's like doing long jump in track. You have to stick the landing per se. Swastegu, the defense, they get it to Coaxum. She tried to get a nice inbound, nice pass to Jenkins, who's coming up hobbled a little bit. Looked like she might have got her foot stepped on there. She's going to the line.
Yeah, like we said, Jenkins is able to get those shots up in contact. Like I said, Creek, earlier in the game, Creek did a great job of just having their hands up, not kind of reaching over, try to get the block. So she can't make that shot attempt at the point of contact or the point of release for the shot. But
Yeah.
Early on, you kind of see that they're kind of reaching, trying to get an extra possession, kind of playing a little bit more sloppy than they were in the first half defensive side. So I know that coach is going to talk to them about that in the next time out that they have.
Yeah, like they've done a great job on that, you know, in the first half. But you know, that's where Jenkins gets there. She makes the second of her two, but that's where she gets rolling in the previous game. Like I said, she can make down the shot. She make the free throw. Here, the shot isn't falling, but she makes her free throw. Either way, it's points on the board for Miss Jenkins. Inbounds quick to Coaxum, bounces off the rim. Wilson's got it. She's going the other way. Vaughn's the running two. She could have waited a moment there before she shot that. Inbound pass to Days. Days, she finds Jones. Jones puts it up high off the backboard, no good. Jenkins comes up with it. Excuse me, Fields. And the steal going the other way. Wilson trying to make it all the way. Falls short. Vaughn's the backup. She gets the layup to go in. We got a 1-point ball game.
And you know, this has been a close scoring game all throughout, right? As Desiree gets the easy two right there. But it's been a close game. It's been a great game played by both of these teams. They're both well coached, as you can tell. Not too aggressive on defense, but they get the steals and turnovers that they need when they need it. So
Yeah, this has definitely been a defensive game, and now we got our first three ball of the night by Miss Days. Excuse me, no, that's our second one of the night. My bad, I apologize. But Miss Days knocking down a three.
And well, Branch, their point guards are making these finds in the paint where Battle Creek is playing kind of lax on the paint defense because they're kind of worried about the perimeter shooters and Colton and Brewer and Fields.
And through the lane, and it goes. You see it there from Coaxum, and that's what I'm talking about. She can get all the way up there. It's just got to fall, and and if it's falling, she is very dangerous for the Lady Warriors. And it's officially the second half, folks. And as you can tell, we always say it, the first half sometimes is it's a little bit dry. The second half, you start feeling the pressure. Everybody starts making the push to win the game now. We felt each other out for the first half, and now it's like, all right, it's time. It's go time now, basically. Shots starting to fall here tonight. Desiree Jenkins, nice little mid-range shot attempt there. Won't get it to go. Fields, this is the one she hit to end the quarter. Last game, that time, no good. Off the mark, in the backboard kind of hard there. Up front to Vaughn, spinning around. And that one's off the rim.
You could tell there Coach Dixon kind of wanted Fields to make the extra pass there, maybe to coax him. As I saw her sitting kind of wide open on the wing, but she almost made it. So.
And the turnaround from Griffin, and she was trying to use her height there. She was like, I'm taller than everybody. I'm going to just turn around and shoot this one. Doesn't get it to go. Surprised I haven't really seen Brewer take a shot attempt from the three-point line. Coax him. She shoots a three. We almost got it to fall. Let's see, and somebody looking at this time in the crowd looking for a Leroy.
Speaking of the crowd, there's a lot of Whale Branch alums in the crowd tonight due to the college being out early for winter break. So I've been noticing a couple familiar faces that I had classes with or played sports with. So it's nice to see them back in the building.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I like when players have an opportunity to be able to come back, and like you said, alum being able to come back. They're in college, so they can't attend the games. They can't support the players that they were necessarily on the team with last year, especially if they had a great run at the region or state or something like that. So to be able to come back and cheer them on whenever they're on break and show their face is always awesome. And that's the one thing I love about basketball is they play a little bit over the winter break, so when they come home, it's a nice time. Jenkins passes it back out to Coaxum behind the three and was trying to drive through traffic. It looked like Lux might have touched knees there. She gimped a little bit out of that one. Once again, they going with that far pass, that one to half court and all the way up front to Vaughn's inside to Griffin, who can't hold on to it. He's trying to go one-on-one with Jenkins. Gets the shot up, but doesn't fall. Tossing it out to clear it out. Fields looking to call a play here. Looking to probably trying to get the final shot of the third quarter. Then the whistle. Days going full speed, puts up a floater. Rims in and out. Pouche Weeks the rebound, and Days trying to take it away from her. Days, a three, high, and leaves it short. Wilson puts it right back up, doesn't get it to go. This time Jenkins gets the rebound and trying to clear it out. It looks like that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We got a 4-point ball game, keeping it close here, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Beaufort Zone. We got the fourth quarter when we return right here on Beaufort Zone. Well Branch 27, Battery Creek 23. It is the fourth quarter, folks. I'll change that for you in a second as Coxum gets tied up in the corner trying to get it inside. The steal for the Dolphins going the other way. Swastegu waiting for it to clear out before they try to make a play, try to get it to Vaughns. Jefferson in the corner. Swastegu trying to work here. Gets it back to Jefferson, who kicks it to Days. Days, the three ball off, get it to Coxum on the rebound. She's trying to take it the other way, but Days gets the steal, playing aggressive up front, and the whistle calls, so she'll go to the line and shoot a two, and we'll change that to the fourth quarter for you. So you can have the right emotions here.
And that possession by Creek, that offensive possession, that's kind of how I believe that they want they want all their possessions to be like that. Kind of making the extra pass, kind of dissecting the zone, getting the defenders to overcommit on one thing and then passing it right to that next so to have an open shot.
Yeah, passing is just, just part of the game. Everybody always wants to be the person to score the ball, but you got to make, sometimes, unfortunately, you might got to make that extra pass. And we got a timeout by Coach Dickinson, and he's going to take a full, so we'll take a break, and we'll be right on back right here on Beaufort's own when we return. Welcome back from the timeout break. Still another free throw attempt to go for Miss Days at the line. She made the first, and she makes the second, brings the game within two. Taking some time. The Warriors spread out there until Coxum tried to come around the baseline.
And these games right here from when Well Branch always plays Battery Creek, it's always a dogfight in between the two. You might not see as much like talking from the girls' game as you will the boys, but you can see in the gameplay that they do want to beat each other just by the way that they're acting, their emotions after every bucket. You can see that it is a rivalry and that they want to beat the other team.
Yeah, and this is this is the sister rivalry. So this isn't a rival like Battery Creek, Beaufort High, and it's crazy. It seems like everybody, at least on this side of the town, the rivalry itself is with Battery Creek. Of course, Battery Creek and Beaufort being the two schools that were here for the longest of time, and they're the two crosstown rivals. But then Well Branch opens up. They split with Battery Creek, and so now you kind of have a former school, a little bit of a rivalry here. Three-point attempt up, no good by Swastegu. But it's a sister rivalry. They've been open for about 10 years now, and like I said, I always tell people all the time that I was a part of that split. It was crazy coming back to school my junior year, and half of the students were pretty much gone. And I'm a football player, and everybody knows you see the talent that Well Branch has put out in football over the last couple of years. So imagine you walking back, and a lot of the players, and the good players especially, were gone. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of crazy to see that. So you create that rivalry here, knowing that hey, we're on the same side of the bridge here, and just a little friendly hometown rivalry. So.
Yeah, you mentioned like an actual rival between Battery Creek and Beaufort High. I think Well Branch kind of has one emerging with Bridges right now with this senior class and the Bridges team coming up here. I mean, every time that they play, it's always talking. It's always talking before, after, during the game. I love watching Bridges and Well Branch go at it. It's always a fun show to watch. So.
Pouchet Weeks makes the second, but yeah, that is definitely for sure a basketball rivalry. We'll see how that changes as Bridges continues to grow, and they add more students, and they add more programs to really kind of make it a full rivalry, straight down the board. Of course, not big enough just yet for a football team, but they definitely got a basketball one for sure. It was nice to see how that grows under Coach Brockington. Swastegu to the line, bounces high, rolls around, and ultimately does it go in. Second one does almost the same. The rebound for Pouchet Weeks. They cleared out the Jenkins, and Jenkins does the right thing, gets it in the hands of a ball handler, Mr. Trinity Fields. Coates once again. Trying to go for it in a quick whistle. It's a travel call there on Miss Azaria Coates. Dolphins taking their time to pass it, and Legree was the one with the ball last and tried to dribble it towards the rim and just couldn't hold on to it. And the travel called on Coaxum.
And Well Branch is nearing that bonus, or nearing putting Battery Creek in the bonus, which would be a less than fortunate situation here.
Yeah, especially with the game so close, and I think one of those is coming on the opposite side as Days comes up short from a three. Jenkins get the rebound, trying to clear it out, and there's a little bit of almost a travel there from Coates. I mean, she did a kind of a LeBron-esque, what's more, she took the ball, and just took a couple steps, and then was like, all right, now where am I going to pass it there? Fields guarded by Swastegu, playing it tough at the top of the key. So near half court. And I believe that she got Miss Fields to step out on that one. She wasn't able to get the ball, but I think we got her to step out. So going the other way. Warriors got to be careful. One more foul before Battery Creek is in the bonus. Just under 5 minutes to go now. Here's Coaxum, the leg, once again, just a little bit short. And her, when she goes through the lane, it's nice to see. And it's weird. You have to be finesse to do it. Swastegu with the three. And she does a little bow and arrow maneuver to celebrate as she runs down the other side of the court. Uh, I can't wait to see how Beaufort Zone grows in the future, man, because that would have been a great slash camera shot to show her celebrating. Fields trying to answer back off the other side of the backboard.
Yeah, I mean, with Coaxum, like you were talking about, though, it's not necessarily her getting through the lane; it's her finishing the shots. Like mostly, what I've noticed is that her shots are kind of strong at the rim. Like kind of like she puts too much force into the layup after, like when she gets through, because she's kind of trying to finish through contact when contact mostly isn't there. You know?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before the three was made there. Um, it has to you have to kind of be finesse to make your way through the lane, especially with the ball. But at the same time, if the way her style of it is, it's, she does it like bully ball kind of way a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the finesse, skip through the lane, but it's it's a bully ball. She's gonna get through there and she's gonna rub a little jersey on the way. Try to get the quick inbounds pass. Vaughns tips it, sends it towards the wall over there. Now they're going to switch Miss Fields. Point guard, she's going to try to find a way to get it in there. To the point guard, she finds Jenkins. Jenkins quickly puts it up, not able to get it to go. Everybody fighting, gets in the hands of Coaxum. And they're going to wave it off.
Not quite sure what they called there.
Yeah, that would be my weakness in basketball is not knowing all of the signals. But the hard part about it is there's a quick jump ball, but there's not knowing all the calls. And then, all of the refs can kind of make the signal per se. Whereas, in football, you can throw the flag, but you have to get it to the white hat, and then the white hat walks to the middle and lets everybody know exactly what the penalty is. Whereas basketball, they just kind of signal to each other and then just kind of, just keep it moving pretty much. So, when you're working the camera, sometimes it's the referee that's off camera that, makes the call. And so with me, kind of controlling everything, and, it's kind of hard to keep up with that unless they're right in the background. You see them in the background giving the signal there towards the scorer's table. And just like that, what seemed like it was going to be an advantage for Battery Creek has quickly wind up almost even now as, for a while, Well Branch had 14 fouls and Battery Creek was just waiting on that fifth here in the final moments. And just that fast, Battery Creek has come all the way up from one team foul all the way to 4. So the next team foul for either team puts the other team in the bonus.
Yeah, with Well Branch, that 15 foul that's possible, I don't think that stopped them from getting aggressive on defense so far. They have been poking at the ball from what I've seen. As you get a layup here at Battery Creek, but they still have been poking at the ball. They've still been being aggressive on the defensive side.
And with that, Wilson gives the Dolphins the tie, and we talk about it all the time. Getting the tie and keeping it close is two different things. You got to get over that hump. You got Vaughns driving the other way. That's going to be a whistle, and I believe that. Nope. I was about to say that.
That'll
do it, yeah.
That'll put you in a bonus.
I just got to make sure sometimes before I say it, you look and they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all of the all of the calls here. You just got to be sure before it happens there. But yeah, to the line it goes Jelena Vaughns. Has Battery Creek now in the bonus. She has the opportunity to give the Dolphins a lead here. And the first one won't go. Dolphins been trailing for most of the game here, looking to take it here, try to get in the final stretch, and now to get the emotions high as this is a rivalry game. You hear the cheerleaders stumping, trying to get her to miss it, and Bonds gives the Lady Dolphins first lead, I believe, of the second half.
I believe so.
Brewer has it closely guarded by Vaughns. Vaughns staying close. Great defense. Brewer having to give it off the Fields, and Fields looked like she was going to drive before she ran into some defenders. Looks like she's coming up with a little bit of pain, and Jefferson takes it all the way. Doesn't get it to go. Gets her own rebound before the whistle call, and now Jefferson going to the line. Like we said, that bonus now is an advantage until it flips the other until it evens out. So we got a timeout by Coach Dickinson here in the final moments. Battery Creek now in the bonus, and Jefferson still have to shoot her foul shots when we come back. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying our coverage here tonight, you can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to help support our coverage of local high school sports. That is Beaufort to 801-801. We are a 501c3 non-profit media organization. We offer all of our coverage to the local high schools inside of Beaufort completely free of charge. So all your donations will definitely be appreciated to help us do the things that we do, especially when it comes to like playoff time. That's usually when all the donations come in handy. As far as getting equipment and stuff like that, but being able to cover those travel fees, those streaming fees when you get to the playoffs and things like that when they have away games is very important. So Jefferson missing the first. And missing the second, but quickly going back up with it was Wilson, drawing another foul and back to the line.
Yeah, and for Well Branch, you can see they're trying to play a little bit more aggressive, trying to get those boards over Battery Creek here. But them being in the bonus kind of give Battery Creek the advantage. They can play as aggressive as they want on the offensive side of the ball, and Well Branch just has to try not to foul them, because that's going to send them to the line, put them in an even bigger hole.
And she misses the second rebound. Jefferson gets her own rebound after the shot, and another foul is going to send Jefferson to the line again, taking advantage of that bonus. All right, now, like I said, and that's one of those things I would, if I'm the head coach right now for the Lady Dolphins, that's what I would tell them. They have to be aggressive on the boards, especially on the offensive side, because that's when you play a little bit more aggressively on the defensive side, try to get it so you can get the ball back. So that's more likely to draw a foul, but usually everybody doesn't follow their shot, or once the shot goes up, they try to get back on defense. I would tell them to be a little bit more aggressive right now on that offensive side and try to get those fouls. So far, 3 basically in a row, keeping Battery Creek at the line. Jefferson a little bit strong. Rebound, Pouche Weeks. And we got a jump ball. Wilson and Coaxon tied up for it, and they're going to give it to Battery Creek. Inbounds over the hands of Barnes. Can't hold on to it, and here comes Fields chasing it down, but can't stop it from bouncing too far, so that's going to be still Battery Creek ball.
Battery Creek has had about 5 straight possessions here. I mean, Well Branch hasn't been able to get the ball back yet, and still it's only a 2-point game.
Yeah, and they just got to be smart here at the end of the game here because, like, at Beaufort, there we go. We got the steal by Brewer. Looked like she might have stepped out for a moment. Once again, still Battery Creek ball. Almost coming up with a steal, so they're being aggressive. It's not like they aren't working on it here. They get it inbounds to Jefferson, finds Swastegu. She's got it one-on-one. She puts the nice jump shot up there. No good. Rebound, Legree in the corner. And Brewer can't hold on to it. Almost had a steal there. It's Days dribbling around. Trying to put a little bit of whipped cream on that shot, but draws the foul into the line. Goes Days.
Kind of a late foul call, though. You can see Couche Weeks is kind of in awe because she just had her hands up, but they called a blocking foul.
But yeah, this is where the strategy comes in here, how to end the game, and this is where, you know, Lady Warriors struggle just a little bit with that. They played against Beaufort High, and you kind of watched Beaufort High literally run the last minute 45, minute 30 of the clock, just passing the ball, and nothing happened to the final second. I wasn't sure, like I said, that's when I think about things about like my basketball knowledge and what I do and what I don't know. But sitting there and just watching them just run that timeout just kind of threw me off because it's like, why wouldn't you try something to try to end the game? Especially when you're on the losing side, you know? And that's going to do it for Well Branch. Now they're going to be in the bonus as Coaxum draws the blocking foul. So both teams will be able to shoot now. So it might come down to a difference of who's going to make more of their free throw shots.
You see, Battery Creek has been kind of inconsistent from the line. You know, one person that has been knocking down those free throws is Wilson. One person that has been kind of knocking out a free throw for Battery Creek is Wilson. She has been kind of consistent from the line here. So
passing the ball around, gets it to Legree. Shot doesn't go, but Jefferson coming in with it on cleanup duty. At 36-31, we got a 5-point ball game. Clock ticking down. Coaxum puts up a three. It's off, going out of bounds. And somehow we got ahead on our clock. I mismanaged it here. I apologize for the folks at home. We got 58 seconds left to go. We got a 5-point game as Coaxum attempts another three. That one is off. Brewer the rebound as it goes way out. Coaxum attempts another three, trying to knock it down. If anybody's going to knock down the three, it's going to be her for the Lady Warriors. 45 and ticking as Days running full speed the other way. She's going to take the shot off the backboard. A rebound, Jefferson. Been good at being able to put it back up. There it goes, the whistle. Battery Creek going to go to the line. Another attempt to shoot too. Oh, excuse me, never mind. No bonus point attempt here. Wilson will pass it in. And the timeout call by Coach Dickinson. There's the inbound pass. Days dribbling around traffic. Trying to find some room. Time rolling down. 26 seconds in. Counter. Legree gets her own rebound. Goes back up. 2 and in. It's a 7-point lead for the Dolphins. As time rolls down here, 10 seconds. Fields jacks up a 3 and off the back of the backboard, and that's going to do it for the night here. Coaxum going to go in for the intentional foul with just a couple of seconds left to go, but doubt anything they're going to do here in a couple of seconds is going to change the fortunes of tonight's game. She knocks down the first of 2 here. And it chases down her own rebound there to try to end the game and run some time off the clock. And they're gonna, I think they're gonna they might put some more time. They're gonna call it the end of the game. And that's gonna be the end of the game, folks. They're gonna let that 2 seconds roll off with the buzzer. Your final score, Battery Creek 39, Well Branch 31. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we got Mr. Tristan Roberts down on the floor waiting to give that post-game interview.
I'm here with the coach for the Lady Dolphins. Coach, what adjustments did you make out of the second half in order for you to have this outcome here?
Basically, we started in a 1-3 press that was half court, and then we went into a man-to-man and came up on their guards to pressure their guards.
All right, and who stood out to you in the second half in order for you to make this comeback?
Sophia Felix, definitely with her defense and her ball pressure. Amari Days, definitely. And, of course, our rebounder, who always rebounding for us, Audrey Jefferson.
All right, thank you, Coach.